started. Awesome. I have to look at the date. I know y'all probably feel the same way. Thank you for being here. Sunday, March 22nd. And guys, I'm telling you, I think everybody's feeling probably the same way, kind of a little turned upside down, and that's just kind of part of it. And I don't want to make light of that, but at the same time, I just think that there's so much heaviness. I want to make sure that we are bringing excitement and joy and compassion and encouragement whenever we come together to join together. So let's start off and celebrate. And it doesn't matter if maybe you don't have a new customer, if you don't have a new order, if you haven't been doing, there is something that's going on in your world that I bet that you can share and you can celebrate. So I'm going to go as I see everybody kind of pictured. Jerry, I see that you don't have your video on, and if you got, hey, he's like, I'm gonna start with Mary Jo. Mary Jo, let me see if I can unmute you. Yeah, I got you unmuted. Share just one thing that just is just some joy right now in your heart.
My friend Kate is still here from New York. She's canceled her flight twice, and I refused to bring her to the airport. Anyway, she's just been such a blessing being here. She's always been a part of the family. We've known each other for over 30 years. And, you know, she's painted almost every room in my house.
Outstanding.
Yeah, she's made a fairy garden in my backyard, which is the cutest thing. I'll take pictures of that. And you know, just being here, having her here has just been a blessing for me. It really has. We went to church together before it closed. We did virtual church today, and she is just such an awesome person, and she's loving her Thrive, and she's making up little ditties about Thrive, and she's
That's
just
fun.
So excited about it, and I'm just blessed to have her here.
Awesome. It sounds like it. It absolutely sounds like it. Good. Thanks for sharing. All right, Michelle, you're next. I'm going to unmute you.
I'm going to be very honest. I've been in a funk since I got back. And that's just, you know, I think, you know, being away, and as Mary Jo just said, you know, when you have somebody from out of town that you've been a friend with for a long time, that's where I was visiting with her in Arizona. And we had such a great time amongst all that's going on. And then you come back, and I'm grateful, for being able to come back and getting back here on time and whatnot. And so then, you know, when you come back from a really nice vacation, you're kind of in a funk, and then trying to get back in the swing of it, and you're trying to, you know, introduce the Thrive, and you kind of have a setback. And then you have one of your newest customers that is a gentleman that really kind of watched me, and he's watched me and watched me and watched me. And he said, you know what? And he's the guy that's not on auto ship. He gave me $300 cash and said, go ahead and order that. This guy, I have been checking in with him. He is like, this is the best thing. I've lost 13 pounds. I mean, he just jumped right in. No samples, no anything. And so for me, that is what kind of got me like, come on, Michelle, pull up your boots and let's, you know, this is why we do what we do.
Absolutely. I love that you painted all of that, because again, everyone can relate to being on an amazing, because you were on an amazing adventure, an amazing trip. And not only was it hard to come back into like your life, but the whole world as we know it was different whenever you came back. So it just takes that one person though to really truly feel that joy, just like what Mary Jo was just sharing. It's one person. She happens to be in her home, but it's that one person, that one touch, that one reach out, that one person that was watching you this whole time. It was like, okay, sign me up, let's do it. So
that's what he did, and I am just so great. I tell him how proud I am of him, because he's a very large guy, and he said he's tried everything, and he just, I mean, every day I talk, I'm good, I'm doing very good. And it's just like, for him to have watched me as long as he's been watching me, and it's just such a joy, because I'm just so happy for him. And so that's why I was finally like, come on, Michelle, get yourself put together.
That's right. Pull up your boots.
Step back in the game.
Good.
End of story.
I love it. Hey, make sure that he's added in Amy's group if he's not already.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good,
I
good.
did.
Thank you for
Thanks.
sharing. All right, Dawn, you are next, darling.
I guess I'm really grateful that my son made it home. He went to South Dakota, and
And you're grateful Michelle got back from Mexico. I remember the tear and the fear and the frustration and the scared that you were feeling just last week. So
and then I had to worry about Anthony getting home. But all my kids are home.
good.
Is going back to work, and I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse, but whatever. But it's tough. I mean, I have 3 grown kids not working, so it's so I guess I am at least thankful they are all home and they are all healthy, and
Absolutely.
so far
Absolutely.
so good.
Good. Thank you for sharing. All right. Anne is out in it. I know she is still 100% going full strong every day. Tell us what you've got on your heart.
Well, I'm thankful I've got a job. I mean, amidst a lot of people that don't, and I will have a job through this. We're essential personnel, so we pick up medical waste. We have to be very vigilant and focused. So I'm thankful for that. Thrive helps me with that. And I've got a new customer. She is looking for immune support. She has a disease in her eyes, and it's causing her to go blind. And she did some research, and she said she feels it's autoimmune deficiency, which is causing the problems, and hopes to hopefully slow it down. And she researched some other immune system products and immune support products, and she said there's nothing as far as the ingredients, it doesn't compare to what Thrive has in the Boost. So she ordered 3 boxes of Boost. she's looking to hopefully change what's going on with her. So hopefully it'd be great if it worked, but I told her there's no guarantees,
Good, good. And I have to brag on you, Anne, because you are, and again, I see a lot of y'all's posts, but that's one of the things that we've listened, we've heard. Jason just went and did his live, and it's not making those promises, making those guarantees, but Anne is so dedicated. She lays her shakes, her DFTs, her capsules, they're laying on, I think it's your stovetop, right? Is that what you take?
Yeah.
You have it laying on your stovetop, but every night it is pictured and it is placed on there. And then she's been talking about, she's thankful for her immune boosters and keeping her healthy. And it's not thrive, 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 but it is thrive, 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 thrive. And they're watching. And this particular customer didn't order the 3 steps. So we don't have to be so, blinded to that and being open to that. Maybe it is just one product. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Congratulations. And you stay safe out there, girly. I've been thinking a lot about you lately.
Thank you. We're being very careful. Trust me.
Good. I'm sure. Absolutely. All right, Jer, let me unmute you, my friend. Oh, you did it. You get to do it. There you are.
There it is. Well, we just finished dinner with Michael. Michael came over for dinner.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, other than that, we've pretty much been holed up here in this house, and except for a trip to a grocery store. So
Right.
I'm grateful I haven't died from coronavirus.
Amen. Right. It's crazy, but it's true.
People have.
And y'all are still talking. That's the thing too. Everybody's like, "Oh, how's it going?" I'm like, Ron and I both work out of the house, just like you and Julie.
Yeah.
But the benefit is working out of the house and being able to leave. So everyone is being quarantined together. Space, give me space. See, I read you, Mary Jo. No, I love it.
It's the best staycation we've ever had.
Yes, I agree. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. And for me, guys, I mean, that has been it. Ron and I and Haley, she's a junior in high school, so we all 3 run in different directions. So we've been I just sat down for a few minutes to have dinner with Ron and Haley and Jacob, you know, before I hopped on here. So it's really being able to just stop and enjoy family and enjoy our time. And I think that's the thing that we just need to be really reflective on, is that, just like Michelle was saying, that one person, you know, they're coming to you. They may not be there yet. Keep reaching out, keep following up. I followed up with a gal today that I'd been talking to her, and she's like ready to order. I'm going to order, da, 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 da. And then she just like fell off the face of the earth. She just popped on my mind today. And when I reached out to her, I was like, hey, girlie, I hope you and your family are doing well. Has this affected your job at all? Nothing about Thrive. And we talked back and forth for about 5 minutes. I never said anything about Thrive, but it is just such an opportunity for us to love on people. And one of the things that I want to talk about is talking about your mindset, which everybody, you know, again, thank you for being transparent, Michelle. Everybody's not able to do that. So it takes a big person to be able to go, you know what, I've been in a funk, because we can get there so quick and so easy. So I want you to think about your mindset. I want you to think about what you need to do. Do you need to change anything? Are you in that funky spot? Do you have someone that you can reach out to and just go, you know what, I feel great with this and I feel great with that, but I'm struggling here? Do you have that person that you can feel safe with? Hopefully you do. And if you don't, know that I'm here. I'm definitely no licensed anything, but again, I can listen and I can love on you and I can be your friend. So, but thinking about what you may need to change with your mindset, or if you don't need to change anything, what do you need to do to grow? What do you need to do to evolve? What do you need to do? You know, I listen to, again, audio all the time, and Jim Rohn, Jerry, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Jim Rohn that makes the statement of, you know, you will be a professional in your business if you read and study your trade. Is it 1 hour a day, 1 hour a week, something like that? I mean, it's like, you want to get better at what you're doing, study it, research it, you know. So is it just like Anne was talking about with her friend that has an immune disorder? Is it, you know, really understanding the ingredients that are in our products that are also immune boosters? Because again, we can't say this is going to guarantee you that you avoid anything that's going on. No, we can't do that. But we can speak about the fact that it's got, Maria Dillard had something the other day about the Black Label, and it was I took a screenshot of it because I was like, I'm going to share that soon. It was the fact that there's an ingredient in there that is for, which we know it's for our mood booster, but she like quoted it. She was like, do you know what this, whatever it was, do you know what this is? And, you know, had her little poll on her story, and, you know, tickling, keeping that presence, keeping that out there. And, you know, the next one was like, you know, it's the mood enhancer that's in our Black Label. Have you experienced it? You know, but again, it's just educating people on that. It's that little tickler. It's those shakes and capsules and DFTs laid out on your stovetop saying, I am ready for tomorrow. It's those things that you are doing consistently that, like Michelle said, people are going to jump in because they have been watching you for years. And I am experiencing people coming back that have quit because, again, maybe it was because of finances. I had one guy, I have not had anybody ask me or tell me or say anything about pausing their auto ship. And tonight, right before I started our Zoom, I had a guy reach out to me and say that he needed to, do you know how I can stop my auto ship? And I was like, crap. I was like, sure. Do I need to do it for you, or do you need some help? He's like, oh, I just had flu. No, he said, yeah, if you can do it for me, that'd be great. I said, is it something with your work? Because I know he's out in the field. I said, is it something involved with your work, or are you just not happy with what it's doing for you? He goes, oh no, I had the flu 2 months ago and I've just got an extra box sitting here. So I was like, woohoo, we have just skipped it for a month then, you know. So don't assume the worst, but also be very helpful in times like this. The 25th is coming up. Have you spoken with your auto ship customers to let them know about the updated packages? I see a lot of heads nodding, so that's a good thing. Some people are very confused on how to do that. I also have a lot of promoters that are really just customers. They just took advantage of the special offer that they've never been on auto ship. They're getting set up on auto ship now to get that free box of shakes. So don't underestimate if you've got someone that may have ordered as a promoter but isn't promoting. They may like to jump back in and do that. Anybody want to share what they're doing for their mindset, what they've been doing that's really helped you just stay with your cup half full rather than half empty? Look, there you go. Mary Jo's like her 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You've got your routine. You've got your consistency. And that's the thing that I have to share for myself personally. I have my devotion, my motivation that I listen to. I do my journaling with my gratitude and my I ams. And look, absolutely. And there you go. The word. That's it. Mary Jo, I love the pictures that you've been posting, and it's like the picture of your camera and your Lavelle sitting right there to the side of your work area. And again, it's just those little ticklers. It is. Look how cute and happy that is. So you've got so many different things that you can do that can reach in and plug into that I don't ever say it right. The idol. Hi, sister. Well, how do I say that? The Manifest Now chick. She's like the Idillionaire. So it's not millionaire, it's Idillionaire. I love the fact that it pops up all the time. And I'm assuming that we all get the same message. But sometimes, isn't it just so right on? Aren't you just like, it's like one of those little God winks, that's just like, oh, you just nailed it. Thank you. I just needed that re-encouragement and that refocus. So just be sure that you're plugging into something for yourself. I'm sure you've read it. I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure you've heard it. But our mental health and our emotional health and just being able to, if you feel like just stopping and taking a walk, do that. You need to recharge. Something else I've been doing in the morning is, because I'm not good about working out at home, Ron is so good about doing that so consistently, but I get up and I put on my workout clothes and I tie up my tennis shoes. I don't walk around just hanging out in my pajamas. Have you seen everybody posting? It's like, oh, I switched from my nighttime pajamas to my daytime pajamas, and now I'm going back into my nighttime pajamas. I'm like, oh God, I would never get anything done. So you have to feel professional. You have to feel excited. You have to feel energized. And what do you need to do that? Is it dancing in your living room before you start doing reach outs or follow-ups? Blocking your time out? What'd she say? Hold on, unmute her. What'd you say?
Me?
Yes.
It's good to see everybody. I'm missing everybody. Last time I've been in Florida. It's just different being home. It's good.
That's what Jerry would. No, I love it. I was like, just well, you weren't here to share. Share your joy. Share what's filling your cup
Joy?
right now.
Oh, well, my son's in the living room. That's a pretty joyful thing. Last weekend, all my kids were home.
Awesome.
It's good to be home. It's very good to be home.
It's good
I
to
missed
see
the
that.
80-degree weather, Mary Jo, but yes. But I take this over anything right now. And Michelle, that's so neat that you had some time away.
I've got everybody muted. Look, hold on.
Oh, I would have been stuck there.
Yeah,
Imagine.
Yeah, you got home at a
People
good
like-
time.
What were you thinking by going there? I'm like, really? Everybody was fine. Arizona was fine. Except Dawn was freaking out.
Dawn was
Get on
freaking
a
out.
plane and come home. I'm like, I'll have another cocktail.
Right. I'm okay. It's all right.
Yeah. So it was good. It was good. And it is so important to recharge. Lisa, you said something about recharging, and it really, for me, because I work so much, it really brought me back. I mean, I slept a lot. It's almost like I was double dipping. It was ridiculous. I mean, working out and rested, and you come back and it's almost like you're not, and then you come back to this, but you lose a routine. And I'm so focused on routine that, it kind of had through me. So that's why I kind of was like in this, oh my God, tomorrow, I don't know what it's kind of unknown what tomorrow is going to bring at my job. I don't know. I mean, we're supposed to be a field house hospital. So I guess we'll find out when I get there tomorrow. If I get there, I don't know. I mean, they seem to think I'm okay because even though I was out of the country, but who knows?
Yeah. You might get to stay home for 2 weeks.
I'm kind of like fingers crossed.
No. Do you know that I just came back from Mexico? I think I need to let you all know that.
I know. I'm going to my doctor in the morning, and I'm hoping she's going to write me a note to say that. So
There you go.
yeah, fingers crossed, guys.
I'm going to mute you. I love it. But thank you all for showing up, because again, just like Julie said, it's something about this that brings us together, that again, we're all there together, we're all going through things, and what works is staying on your routine. Julie and I, when we were in Mexico together, I mean, that was one of the things, whether we came back to the room at the same time or she did hers and then I went out, or I stayed in and did mine and she went out. We stayed on our routine. We were very consistent with it. And just like when she was in Florida, I mean, if she had not stayed on her routine, everything, not that it'll all fall apart, but you just feel lost. And nobody wants to feel like that, because it's always hard to get back in there. So those are the things that you want to do. A few things that I really want to talk about. We kind of talked about the ultimate. Is everybody in here in the Ultimate Thriver Challenge? Yes, no. Yes, no, yes. Even if you're not in the Ultimate Thriver Challenge with the company, Amy just said the other day that if there's people that really want to focus on, that are on auto ship, that want to focus on their health, and they're really going to plug in, she's inviting you also to her private page. And I'm telling you, this first week, I think there were 23 people and there were a total of 99 pounds lost. And I don't weigh. Ron doesn't weigh. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that didn't even, say what they've lost or what they've not lost or whatever. But it's just such a daily accountability for our own health, which is obviously you can't pour from an empty cup. How can we talk about being healthy and doing all of these things with a healthy lifestyle if we're not truly following the part, right? So those have been really, really huge things. Another thing that I wanted to check on, how many of you have sent out invitations for this huge super training that's on Saturday? Awesome. Just one of you, two of you. Okay. Definitely don't underestimate that. And Jerry and I talked the other day, and he had such a great point that he made, because again, we may know the person, but just like knowing Dawn the way that we know Dawn, I had no idea that her 3 children were all out of work right now. Right. I mean, that's huge. That is huge, where, some of us still have, jobs that we can depend on. This isn't a time, and Jason Camper, made this the other day, and I hope y'all saw the video. And if not, go back and watch his live that he shared. This is not a time to, and I wrote the words down somewhere. It's not a time to like scoop in and like, and make all these promises or whatever, but it's an opportunity. It is a blessing. It is an opportunity. I am so grateful for the business that I have and the opportunity that I have. Reaching out and just asking, have you ever thought about blank? Have you ever thought about doing something, alongside what you're doing now? Have you ever thought about looking at Beth Graves? I'll have to get the words that she used, because it was right. It was so spot on today. Of just, have you ever thought about taking a look at something to add additional income? I mean, it's something as simple as that. And it's not, saying, oh, I know you're out of work, or, you know, in times like these, you don't want to do the drama to get the drag. You know, it's not that hook and catch or whatever. I forget all these, bait and hook. Look, is that it? Is that what you said? Bait and hook? Like, I could read lips pretty good. But it's not that. It's not you're trying to, you know, trick someone into something. We know that you can make money off of it. We know whether it's an extra $100 a month, or it's, you know, whatever. Look at the people that are at the top of the company and the way that they have changed their life. The fact that we've got these incredible bonuses that someone really truly could, by helping their friends, their family, what are we benefiting from? We're sleeping better. We have a better attitude. We're not eating, you know, I see all these people, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't quit eating everything in the house, you know, and it's like, we're still, you know, we probably have had more cookies than we need to have in this house. But I also have a 17-year-old, right? So she's like, oh, let's bake cookies. Okay, it sounds great. But we are, you know, we are more healthy now. We are exercising more. We have a better mindset. We have a better focus. We don't have so many aches and discomfort. So think about how you felt before Thrive, because it is really hard for people to realize and remember, you know, or think that something's really going to work that well. So just remembering how you felt so that you can be relatable to them. I'm gonna come up with a couple of, and I've already sent out some things that I've been inviting to that. I've got it on my, if you've seen my personal page, that's my cover photo, is that Saturday super training, because I'm sure it's going to be like a local, you know, where they're going to talk about a little bit of everything. And if people want to, you know, learn more about the business side of it, there's going to be more about the business side of it. I don't know how many people hop on, but you know what, if I don't ask, it's always going to be a no if I don't ask. So I'll send out a couple of examples that I'm going to personally be using. You're more than welcome to use it. You can tweak it. You can fluff it. If you've got something that's, you know, that you've been using that you love, I'd love to see that in there as well. And one more thing, and again, I know we've got so many resources. I know like Amy's been doing it, Maria's been doing it. We've had so many things, so I don't want to like beat a dead dog, but all that I continue hearing is go back to the basics, go back to the basics, go back to the basics. There's so much going on right now, and I don't want you all to get caught up in the, you know, the leadership conference, you know, the thing that's going on, you know, for California, and now it's the Ultimate Thriver Challenge, you know, and there's so many different things that's going on. But I went in to the Lavelle Facebook page today, and I invited 50 people. And as I'm scrolling down through there and I'm inviting people to like the Lavelle fan page, I was like, holy cow. There's a lot of people that I thought should, and maybe I've invited them and they've unliked it, you know, or whatever has happened. But I had 10 of those 50 already today like the fan page. So what happens when they like the fan page? You get notified. Go to a computer. Don't do it from your phone, because when you go from a computer, you will literally see your list of friends, and it'll have like a little dot next to it. And all you have to do is go down through your friends and click it. And you know, again, it'll shoot this, you know, Lisa Stein invited you to like Lavelle fan page. And as soon as they like the Lavelle fan page, I get a message that says, so-and-so liked the Lavelle fan page. I'm like, heck yeah. You raising your hand?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I got that from you, and I mean, I've liked it from day one, way back when, so I couldn't understand why I was getting it again.
Well, and you know, we've heard that if you're not active in groups, you know, I've heard that a while back, and not that you have to be active in it, but
I mean, because I don't go in there every day, but I mean, I do pull stories and
right. Do you
whatnot,
comment?
but I just thought it was kind of funny.
Right. Do you comment on stories, and do you share stories from the Lavelle fan page?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We may need to do a little more legwork and research, or someone may have that answer that we can find out. But, you know, and that's the thing. Whenever I saw it, I'm like, I know she knows. I know she, but I did. You were one of my 50 that I chose because again, it's like, has it just unliked it for yourself? But what I have found with the Lavelle fan page for myself personally, just like this, the gals, share those stories, read those stories, because just like Jerry had shared before, you know, he was like, I was sharing them, but I wasn't reading them. And when you're sharing them and you're not reading them, you're not hearing the heart. You're not allowing it to go from here to here. And as soon as it goes to here, you're going to go, oh my gosh, my girlfriend, I can, this is like, I immediately think about her. So somebody is going to be laid, you know, the person that I reached out today, she's just recently married, you know, I mean, I don't know why she even popped into my mind, but she popped into my mind, which made me reach out to her. But reading those stories, sharing those stories, and invite and go in there again. Go to your, if you have a computer or a laptop, go on there because it's so much easier. And again, you can see your friends page or your friends that'll just roll up through there. The ones that have already liked the page, there's like a little check mark next to them, but you can go down through there and you can just choose them. And those stories, after they like it, they're going to start coming up and popping up on their timeline, and they're going to be able to see those stories more and more. And as we know, we can, you know, and I love the fact that you have a customer that did research, right? That did the research about products that were ingredients that were going to help boost her immune system. And when she looked at the ingredients that were in Boost, it was all aligning for her. Not everyone does that, right? But when you start putting more and more things together like that, people are going to start reading it. People are going to start seeing it. People are going to start getting educated. And those stories are going to connect. You know, they're going to, some of those stories on there, how many of you see a story and you're like going, oh, you know, and you're like, I'm not sharing that one, right? Not all of them are going to relate to you. But if I look in those comments and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, that's what makes the world go around. We're all very different people, and we have to remember to connect with people in that relatable way. And I think I went like around the world because I was talking about Jerry and my conversation earlier, and I was talking about Dawn's children not working. We do need to be very conscious and very aware and very protective of what people are experiencing. And just like Jerry was like, you know, he's like, I'm just reaching out and connecting with people because of the fact that you need to think the worst case scenario. What if someone's spouse? What if someone's parent? What if someone's child? You have to have that so that whenever you reach out to them, you're not going, hey, you want to get free shipping? And they're like, dude, my whole world is turned upside down right now, right? And it's like, how inconsiderate are you? So it's going to take a little bit longer. You need to probably, if you're friends with them on Facebook, go check out their Facebook page first. See if you can fill that out. And if not, and if you're, you know, maybe you only have an email address for them, get something and talk to somebody about it before you send something out. But definitely touching base and just staying connected to people right now is a good time. Jerry, I want you and Julie to share anything that's kind of on your mind and going on.
I think what you're saying, what is really important is continuing to plant seeds. Just like I heard Michelle talking and what happened with me with some of those customers, it's just planting those seeds. I mean, that's how I got 5 new customers in 5 days. It was some of those people had been watching me. It really is continuing to plant seeds. But I have to say that for me personally, this week I've not done Thrive reach outs other than people existing to new ones. I'm doing more of just how's it going with everything that's been going on, reaching out to people like that. I have not, and I'm okay with that for right now. I want to be very conscious of people. I feel like in 2 weeks, maybe, just to gauge, right? This coming week, it's still going to be a little tough, people getting into it. It's going to continue for a while. In 2 weeks, people are going to start thinking, darn, you know, right now there's a lot of fear financially with people. I've had 2 customers say they're stopping auto ship because they really have to be careful. And you know what? My message to them is, I totally understand. I'm not going to convince them to go back on. I totally understand right now, and
Right.
stay in touch. And that's all. And, you know, I mean, obviously then you think, oh, that could continue to happen. But just like Eric Worre says, just like what happened in 2008, like right now, Jerry just read that in New York State, people can no longer show homes, realtors, as of 8 p.m. today. There's a lot of realtors, right, that would be good to send that message about the income. You know what? I'm not going to tomorrow start sending those messages. Those people have to process that for a week, you know?
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
That's personally where I'm at. I'm more doing behind the scenes kind of stuff, organizing, getting stuff ready of what's going to happen this week for us. But I'm backing away for a little bit. I want people to be able to deal with what they have to deal with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing that everybody has to take to is how they're feeling. And right now, if that's the most important thing that you feel right with and you feel most comfortable with, is loving on those customers that you have, loving on those promoters that you have, building those, and it doesn't have to be Thrive related. Reach out to your neighbor, reach out to your aunt, reach out to your cousin, reach out to someone that it means something to you and let them know that what they mean to you. Jerry, you want to add? Did you want to add anything? He's like, nope. Just continuing to be, I think that's the most important part, because again, we do have a product that changes lives. And just like Julie just said, right now may not be the right time for you to do that. I can't share if I don't feel it. And just like Julie's like, I need to take care of stuff right here that needs to be taken care of. And then in a couple of weeks, I'll feel more like it. That where I've got this whole new flame, but I got 2 new promoters in the past week. So when people are connecting with me and reaching out to me, that's one of those things that makes me go, oh my gosh, I do have people that are watching that's not just needing the product, they're needing this income opportunity. So know that we're here, know that we are one. Thank you guys for making the time to hop on. I love seeing your faces week after week. And again, obviously we're more available now probably than ever. So if you're in a funk or you need something just looked over or maybe a second opinion, reach out to us and let us love on you and be there for you. Sound good? I'm going to say bye before we get cut off.